and welcome to week number 45 of building my custom Venator. Gosh, it's been 45 weeks. Damn, that's a long time. But we're on week 45. Make sure to like and subscribe, and let's get into this awesome update. We got some crazy stuff planned. Since the last Venator update, we have had some major problems with the Venator because I fell on it, obviously. And we've made major strides to repair it as of right here, and all this stuff being reconnected. I mean, it looks a lot better than what it did before, and the ways of destruction. We still have quite a few things to do, such as repairing this, repairing both sides of the under panels, which is so sad because I just got it to work and they all fell down. I spent so long on getting those to work, it was so frustrating. But we'll put them back on in this update and hopefully be repairing some stuff and then working on some progress. So let's get into this update starting now. So I think the next step in reconstruction should be is putting these panels back on. That was something I was super happy I was able to get done. While it being super frustrating, I think that's a good place to continue our work on the reconstruction of the Venator. Alright, this project just gets more and more complicated. So I've been working on a new way to make this a bit stronger, especially the bottom part, like that holds the panels on mainly. Just because that was one of the things that fell off super easily last time, and it was kind of weak. But I think this is a stronger method of just having a Technic beam here other than just some pegs that are about to fall out, because it like holds it all the way through. So I think this is a really good method I'm trying to use right here. So I'm very happy with the progress on this, but I had to take a whole bunch apart. Like this whole front panel section is just destroyed. So I'm going to be working on repairing this now, but I just wanted to show you guys just how much I do in the Venator updates midway through, because I mean, at the end of the update, it looked like we haven't made any progress, but when I do things like this all the time, it does take up a lot of time to rebuild every single week. So that's what I'm working on right now. Alright, I've been working on this for about 3 hours now, and we got the bottom panel attached on this side, and it looks even better on the other side. Let me show you guys. And we got it complete on this side. It looks great. I'm super happy with this. However, we have a few problems now because of everything looking great and working. So over here, because I was messing around with supports and all that, this side is a little bit weak. So I put this support in right here, but this side has fractured a bit too from me falling on it and everything like that. So I do have a lot of repairs to do over here, but to make it stable, I did put one of these big support trusses in. So hopefully that will hold. Well, it will hold, but hopefully everything's okay over here. I'm a little bit concerned about it. And we also have another issue, which is this one right here. You see, this panel was having a bit of a hard time staying on. So in order to do that, I had to take part of this off. And at that point, I was just like, let's take all of it off, because I have a thing I do need to do right here. So you see how this is green all along there? That's not the proper color. It's supposed to be white, like it is over here. But I thought the lights that I would put in eventually would just shine so bright that you wouldn't be able to see the green. But I've tested it a while back, and I realized you're going to be able to see the green. So what I'm in the process of doing right now is actually taking out this green plate that's in here and replacing it for white plate, since we're already right here. And if we do have a problem with this side eventually, I'll change it out too. But I just thought, since I'm already right here, why not change it out? It's something I haven't wanted to do for a long time because it's such a hassle to do. But I mean, we're already destroyed this much of it. Why not just go all the way? Is my mindset around that. Also, this whole wall can dangle because it's holding onto the side of this. It's so scary. Like, this is such a stressful thing to be doing, but I am doing it. Everything is going not right with this, but at least we got the bottom panels on again, and we're making great progress on the repair work, although we are also destroying it while repairing it. So I've done quite a few things. I moved this down so that we have more space up here. So I put it underneath here as a support instead of above. And now we are still working on trying to change out the plates for white plates. But then that got me thinking, eventually I would like to have these lit up, right? Well, how's a light gonna fit underneath a transparent stud? You need at least 2 studs length, plus not a single stud like that, unless you did something along the lines of this. Caption that you have a brick and then a layer in between it. So you would basically be having a light in between here, which does fit. But we can't have that because this is a major Technic beam that runs all the way through the end of the ship. So what are we going to do about this problem, you may ask? Well, I'm thinking about maybe just not lighting that section up, or that one, or the one down there, which is a big, sad thing. But there's simply nothing we could do about this unless I were to remove this whole beam and move it somewhere else, which is something I'm not looking to do because that would be way too complicated. So I do believe I'm just going to be changing out the color of the plates and then making them not light up, at least on the bottom rung. Maybe on the sides, but that is all I plan on doing with the lights for this section of the Venator. Unfortunately, I can't be running them on the bottom because there's just no way to do it unless I removed these beams, and that is just not happening because that's part of the main structure and that is impossible to remove. We've done things like that before, but this time that's just not an option. Okay, I just had a new theory occur to me. What if I moved these to the other side? I feel like that would not be nearly as hard. Potentially, I'm thinking about it. I'm going to give it a little bit of a try, and if it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out. But I think it'd be really cool if we could have a little light trench going through here for all the blue section. Because, I mean, that's what they're supposed to do. They're lights. They're supposed to be lit. But if we don't have the lights working, then it's just kind of a waste, I feel like. So, I'm going to give that a try. Alright, guys, I basically took it all apart. I just thought it'd be better this way. So basically now there is room for slots to go in so I can put lights and LEDs in the ground, which is something I really wanted to do. But I took all of it apart and now I'm going to put it all back together. But I just wanted to show you guys that I did shift it over and everything is looking good on the Venator. But this would have made it so easier to put the bottom panels on me. I mean, like, come on. Why did I not do this sooner? I'm so silly, but I'm glad I get to put it all back together right now. Alright, reconstructing the surface has gone somewhat well. We've started to place down some tiles and a whole bunch of plates. We still have to even get to this side of it, but we are making some great progress over here, rebuilding the plate system, which I think is a lot stronger than the original one, which is great because the other one, I had to make a lot of edits to, well, not really edits, but like I had to make a bunch of chunks and it ended up looking like this as a bottom base, which isn't very strong. But this looks a lot stronger than that. And for the light system, we do have a gorge, as you guys can see now. And it is pretty good because you can run wires and lights and everything through there. So we have a gorge on that side. And then we have a gorge getting built on this side as well, which is absolutely great. So I'm super excited about that because, I mean, I love lights in Star Wars MOCs. And I think this is going to be great. But I just can't believe I didn't calculate for this sooner because, I mean, I knew I was going to put lights in here, but I didn't know that they didn't fit in between the studs. So that's what I'm working on right now. Alright, taking a look at the Venator, we've made quite a bit of progress. We've rebuilt basically everything. Everything is looking good. This thing right here, though, is a bit thicker because I originally had one, but now there's two of them, basically because I messed up shifting these plates over by one stud, and I'm too tired to do that again. So, I'm probably just going to leave it like that. I mean, it's not too big of a problem, but it looks pretty good regardless. And then we're going to have the layer of dark gray in here inside one of these things, but it's going to be very easy to run a wire through for both of these because now we have a trench going all the way to the bottom of these. It's super good to see. I love it. It's great. We have a trench on this side and we have a trench on this side. So now we can run lights and stuff through it, which is going to be great. I'm super excited for that. It took a lot longer than I thought it was going to take, but it definitely does pay off in the end. However, now we have a bunch of parts on the ground that I got organized and sort because, you know, we had to take a lot of parts off to actually do this because, as you guys saw, we gutted the entire Venator. This was absolutely insane. So now we're just going to put everything basically back on. I think we're just about done here, except for a few things right here. We got putting some filler bricks along there, and then a layer of plates or something along those lines. And yeah, everything's just looking really good for the repairs on the Venator. Well, not really repairs, but reconstruction, because I did not destroy this entire thing during the destruction of the Venator. I just took out all the guts of this ship because I wanted to put in these new light trenches. So very awesome. Alright, that's wrapped up for week 45 of Building My Custom Venator. Next week, we're going to be attaching the back and the bottom panels. So that's the next thing we're going to be working on. But yeah, we've made some great progress. We got all the bottom panels attached. We resurfaced the whole Venator. Everything's going pretty good. So next week with the bottom panels, we're going to be working on that, which shouldn't be as hard as this. But I do need to redesign the whole bottom frame. So that is a big problem. Also, we did get in this huge part order, as you guys can see right here. Unfortunately, I can't build anything with it because of my hand. I hurt a saw injury about 2 weeks ago from when you're seeing this recording, so that is a bit unfortunate. But stay tuned for the next week when we work on the lower section of the Venator, attaching these bomb pallets in the back. And then after that, I think we're going to start working on the bridge. So pretty excited. By week 50, I think we should be on the bridge. So stay tuned for that. I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.